Kia Gemini, welcome to your July 2015 Taroscope reading with me. If you've got a few minutes, sit back now and just get comfortable and listen to what's about to be said. We'll use 4 cards, one for each week of the month, and then we will do a flower of life at the end, which kind of connects more with your spiritual essence as a personal message for you. So let's see what's in store with no more further ado. The 3 of Wands. Justice. They're not quite fitting in there, are they? So I'll move them up a little bit. The 6 of Swords. And the Fool. Nice mix there, Gemini. We have 2 major arcana cards, the Justice and the Fool. 2 minor ones, a wand and a sword. And in your reading I've popped these 2 stones. This is a amethyst healing point, which is, I'll give you more information about that below the reading. And this is a hematite, which is attracting itself to my pen. Which is quite interesting. Really neat stone that. It's got a lot of magical properties. So if we go back to the reading, and we will start with your first card, which is the first week of July. He really wants to hop in here. So there's a big message for you guys about hematite and perhaps the value of it. Something that will be useful for you in that particular beginning part of July that will be positive and be favourable in one way or another. So coming back to the 3 of Wands, I often think of this card as travel. And I also think of this as travel. So some of you guys in July might be travelling. And interestingly, the music I've got on in the background was of this beautiful Bora Bora, if any of you know of that island in Tahiti, I think it is. And I thought to myself, oh, this has got to mean travel for these guys. And sure enough, so some of you might be going to somewhere really nice and like a summer's holiday at this time of the year. So he does infer travel sometimes. And the other thing the card often has a feeling of is this person is looking out and looking into the distance. So contemplating possibly moving or shifting. You know, where is your future headed? What is it you want to do with your future? So the card can give off quite a lot of different feelings about possibly changes coming. You feel the ebb and flow of change in your life. You might be feeling a bit like your sign suits you. You know, you're known as the eternal wanderer of life. You don't necessarily settle down, and you've got that gregariousness and interest in other people and activities. It's almost like there's that feeling. It's like you're turning your back on something that's around you right now, whether it's through lack of interest or you've got to a point where you've gained enough knowledge or background information about something else that you can move forward. So exciting new possibilities might be there for you, Gemini. If we come to this card, the Justice card, one of your major arcanas for the 2nd week of July, well, you think of this card as primarily about balance and morality and ethics, and it's quite often can turn up when, again, you know, I see you sort of thinking about moving things into the future and making a change perhaps from what's been in the past. This card could somehow be associated with it because the Justice card makes us weigh up our values, again, morals and ethics, and it can even have to do with legal situations. So whether or not any of you are facing any legal matters, now this could be court-related type matters or papers even that require signing one way or another. And think about it, that could be the purchase of a big item that requires legal documentation. So I always say to people, be careful, read the fine print. And make sure too that you're doing the right things and that you're on the right side of the law, because this card, if it turns up, if you're doing something wrong, you're not going to win, because that's exactly what justice is. It will pick up the negative or the things that are going in the wrong direction and try and swing them back round again. So because it's a major arcana card, if there's anything in your own life or business matters or any of those type of dealings, this may make you go, oh God, I better clean that up, or I better make sure if I'm dealing with someone that they're also behaving in the appropriate legal manner. If we go into it at a deeper level, it's about your psyche, again about your moral and ethical, who you are, the path you walk in life. You've got something going on here in the beginning of July. It's almost like a transition of some sort occurring, and it can be at quite a deep level for you. There might be quite a shift going on. I would say it's positive. You know, we see this sunny disposition here, and we see a positive outlook, but like anything that comes with change, it's not necessarily easy and it's not necessarily quick. So this could be something that's either been going on for some time and starting to evolve, or it could still go on for some time. Anyhow, let's move to the third week, which is the Six of Swords. This is another card that indicates travel. It's been generally well known in the realm of tarot reading as one of the, I think there are 4 basic travel cards, and it generally indicates going over water or overseas. You could be going with more than one person, like more than just yourself. You may be taking others with you. Now, if we go to a more metaphorical meaning of the card, it can also mean traveling, but more at the spiritual or emotional level. This guy on the boat is punting himself out of murky waters or rough waters into calmer sailing, and these 2 people on the boat seem to be quite saddened. So sometimes it can refer to a fact that you may be leaving something behind that was unsettled and not quite right for you, and you're moving into calmer waters. Now, sometimes it can also infer that you leave something or someone behind, and that for a reason, and that you either take half of, say, a family with you, or some of your friends, or half of a business, or something like that. But it can indicate leaving something behind to move forward into positive times, as well as travelling overseas. And if we think about it from a health perspective, I think it would indicate taking time out. These sword cards are always about the analytical analysis of life, so it's got something to do with your mind. So making sure that you are rested up enough, that you're not suffering from too much stress or anxiety or tension, those type of things. And given that the Justice card is next door, this energy could be rolling on in through the end of July. But I still think it's a really neat reading. Actually, it's quite buzzy. There's a lot going on. Background stuff and things happening on a day-to-day basis. You've got a busy month, I think, Gemini. We get to your end card for the end of July, and we have the Fool. Now, he's the very beginning of the tarot deck, the number 0, the absolute epiphany of new beginnings, new journeys. So look how much in your reading for July you've got about walking away from something old and starting afresh. And he's got to the stage here where he's literally saying, actually, I'm going to do it my way or no way. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take this leap of faith with myself, with my abilities, with my investment opportunities, with who I am. You know, he's actually in love with life. He's in love with himself, which is exactly where you need to be to make the leap of faith. I love this card. It is about change, but it's about optimistic change and not really being caught up in the worry or the anxiety of things. You know, when we sometimes get to a place and we think to ourselves, oh, I don't know if I can make this decision, or I don't know if I can do it. Well, this is not this card. It's the opposite. He's just going, I am going regardless. And he's at the end of your reading, the end of July. So it's almost like whatever you've started over here in the beginning and pondered it, you're making some move through the whole month of July to get yourself on this journey of new beginnings that is going to carry you forward into August and beyond, because you've ended with a major arcana card. I love your reading. It's really neat. And this whole thing here, him jumping in, you've got some nice extra support messages for you from the universe. So let's read the last part of the reading. We'll go into it. it's these beautiful cards here. There's 52 of these beautiful cards, and they all have gorgeous pictures of them on them of nature, all different. And in fact, I think I like this one here for you guys. So when we turn it over, it just has some spiritual essence words on it that are not so much about the astrology of life, but more about personal inspirational messages. So let's see what your one is. The Wheel of Life. Wow, well that sort of suits absolutely what we've just been talking about. Now I'm just going to zoom that in a little bit for you so you too can read most of those words. You might not be able to get them all, but okay. The wheel of life is constantly moving. Embrace change and allow your fun, playful self to discover the adventure of life. Combine your personal wisdom together with your intuition to create a magical result and feel it flow through your body, mind and soul. Feel your questions of life as creative excitement, an expansion of you and all. This energy and wonderment of life unlocks the door into your divine love, power and wisdom. Push the door open and behold the light of your essence shining brightly from your inner star. Step through the door and emerge as a conscious, multidimensional light being fully awakened, ready to serve on this planet and inspiring others to unlock their star. Ask the universe to show you something in the next 24 hours that you have not seen before. Well, you've got such a neat, I said, didn't I? I said you've got a buzzy reading with all these lovely little synchronistic things and events that happened, like with the hematite stone that connected itself, this message here in particular. So there you are, Gemini, you've been given a neat thing. Go and find something, ask the universe to deliver you something that you have never seen before, and really engage with it and connect with it. And remember, it is about the wheel of life and the constant changes, and certainly your reading is just full of amazing opportunistic moments of change. So I thank you all for watching and subbing and liking and leaving your comments. I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the very best of change and excitement for July. Kia kaha and much aroha.